Passport, please. Here you are. Why do you want to travel to the United States? I've done several local and regional tourism trips. I'm looking forward to going to a bit further, and really my dream is to go to New York. Where do you work? I own a pharmacy for the past 7 years with my business partner. We have 3 employees and I make about 25,000 pesos per month. And who do you live with? I live with my husband. He's a product designer. We also have 1 daughter. She is about to go to university. Are you traveling with anyone to the United States? I'll be traveling with my best friend who already has a visa. It's a girls' trip. How long will you be in the US? We plan to go for 10 days. I can't leave the pharmacy much longer than that. Your visa is approved. You can pick it up in about a week following the instructions on this paper. So let's break down that interview and talk about its strengths. You'll notice that the answers are not long, but they also are not entirely literal answers to the questions asked. Instead, they provide green flags that will help the visa officer evaluate the case as approvable. Let's take a look at each answer a little bit more in depth. Why do you want to travel to the US? An answer that brings up other travel that you've done proactively provides the green flag of prior travel. What do you do for work, or where do you work? Giving more context to your work is a good thing. If you employ people, mention it. It shows that your business is going well. And not only do you depend on that salary, but other people that you employ do as well. It shows responsibility in your country of residence. Being proactive, talking about the salary and economic situation of the business, is a good idea to save the visa officer a follow-up question. The question of who you live with doesn't just have to be literal. Take advantage of the response to this question to talk about your stable, productive living conditions in your home country. So if you live with your spouse and your spouse is employed productively, say that. If you have children who are on their way to university or in university, definitely mention that. Even if you have close family that doesn't actually physically live with you, but they are in country and you have a good relationship with them, you see them often, you can also mention them here. For example, I rent an apartment by myself, but my parents live close by and they're about to retire from their government jobs. How long is your trip? State how long you plan to stay, but also take advantage of mentioning one reason you need to return to your home country. Yes, the visa officer wants to make sure the length of your stay is appropriate to the travel that you're proposing, but they're ultimately concerned about why you need to leave. Remember that the visa officer needs to be convinced that you intend to leave the United States. So offering them a bit of additional information about your intention to leave is going to help towards that. So in summary, all of the answers presented in this perfect visa interview are concise. They're 1 to 3 sentences. They do not ramble. They do not go on forever. They are strategic in presenting green flags that are going to convince the visa officer that the person has qualifications. And they also understand what the visa officer needs to hear in order to approve the visa. Good luck at your US visa interview. Write your comments below if you have questions and get in touch.